some seats where the party could lose ground to pro-Palestinian candidates.
We've got a Prime Minister who's trying to tell the Jewish community one thing and the Muslim community something different.
Mr Dutton says recognising a Palestinian state right now risks rewarding the Hamas terror attacks on Israel.
Now turning to 5AA sport, to golf, and the start time for the Masters could be delayed with storms expected to hit Augusta National. The opening tee-off times are scheduled for later tonight, but rain and wind gusts of 70 k's an hour could see that pushed back. Well, the sides for the Crows and Carlton will be released tonight, as will the teams for Port and Freo. Round 5 gets underway tonight as well, with Melbourne hosting Brisbane at the MCG. Well, the Boomers have picked their preliminary squad ahead of the Olympics. Jordan Tunbridge reports there's a notable absentee.
Basketball Australia has named a 22-man squad, which will be trimmed to 12 for the Paris Olympics starting in July. 10 players from the Boomers' bronze medal-winning team in Tokyo have made the cut, including Paddy Mills, Joe Ingles and Jock Landale. There are 10 NBA stars on the list, led by Josh Giddey and Dante Exum, as well as 10 NBL players such as Chris Goulding and Matthew Dellavedova. One glaring omission, though: Ben Simmons left out due to a back injury which required surgery last month and cut short his season with the Brooklyn Nets.
That's sport. Now checking 5AA traffic.
Afternoon at Dry Creek. Urgent works today with road plates in use in Churchill Road near Cormac Road. Got speeds at 40. Slow going at Edwardstown. Crossroad at Churchill Avenue. Busy at Cowandilla at the moment. Marion Road near Sir Donald Bradford Drive. And we've got cameras look out for today. Balcombe Avenue, Findon, and Eastern Parade at Ottaway. Start your next adventure with a bonus 3 years Subaru Cap Price service plan on selected Subaru models. Offer ends April 30 at your local Subaru retailer. T's and C's apply. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
The 5AA forecast: partly cloudy this afternoon, partly cloudy tomorrow 21, the same on Saturday and Sunday 22. Right now it's 20 degrees. Now let's check what's happening on 9 News tonight.
I'm Kate Collins. Tonight, an Adelaide train strike leaves passengers stranded. When the next one will hit. The manhunt intensifies for a pair of killers in Adelaide's west. Former Australian cricket captain Alan Border opens up on his battle with Parkinson's disease. The Adelaide Rent Report with a warning for the next generation, plus how to safely buy a used electric car. 9 News, your news, nightly at 6 on 9 and on 9 Now.
The 5AA Sports Show. Stephen Rowe and Tim Jennifer.
Crows have a 9-day break into the Carlton game this Saturday at Marvel Stadium. Plenty of time to work on what they're calling midfield forward connection or transition. It's talent. Don't go telling me it's system, method, connection and shape. If I hear the word shape, I'll spew up.
The 5AA Sports Show.
It's your midfield. It's your talent in the midfield.
Better get a spew back.
Weekdays from 4 p.m. on 5AA. Always Adelaide.
Hi, I'm Bronte Manuel from Toop and Toop Real Estate. Since March 2020, the value of an average home in Adelaide South has grown by $288,000, in the north $243,000 and in the west by $273,000. And the median price in central Adelaide and the hills has soared by $358,000. From Westbourne Park to Windvale, from Kensington Park to Kilkenny, we've led the charge with 52 suburb records, more than any other agency in South Australia. Go to toop.com.au to find out more.
This is RB Day for Supercraft Bedding with Tales from the Bedroom. The modern world confuses me sometimes. A mate of a mate said, I got a single-sided mattress and it's already tipping. And I said, well, he didn't get it from Supercraft Bedding, they refused to make them. You see, our two-sided mattresses last twice as long because you can flip them. Why would you want half a mattress? Use your noggin next time you're shopping for a mattress. See Supercraft Bedding, building better flippable beds. 42 Richmond Road, Keswick.
In tough times, it's the simple things that make a big difference. Like $19 schnitzel days at the Birkenhead Tavern, Excelsior and the Lighthouse Wharf. We know the humble schnitty can't fix all our problems, but we do know it'll put a smile on your dial. $19 schnitty, Mondays, Tuesdays and Wednesdays at the Birkenhead Tavern, Excelsior and the Lighthouse Wharf. Making the world a better place, one schnitty at a time. Got to start somewhere. You just know it's a Barreau Hotel.
Hi, it's Wayne from Wayne Phillips Kia.
If you're in the market for a new car, you can't go past Kia at SA's #1 Kia dealership, Wayne Phillips Kia. We've got a huge range on display now with electric vehicles including the high-performance EV6 and the just-released EV9, a simply amazing large SUV. If you already own a Kia, book it in for service into our new state-of-the-art service centre at Lonsdale. Mention this ad and you'll get a free car wash with your service. At SA's #1 Kia dealership for the past 8 years, Wayne Phillips Kia, Main South Road, Ranella.
Australia's leading manufacturer of wheels to the mining, civil and transport industries is Rimex. And now Rimex has a local certified workshop right here in Adelaide. Wheel repairs, testing and certification, custom wheel builds and a full range of spares and accessories. Rimex. Tyre supplier to the transport and civil industries, plus the Boto range of OTR tyres. Rimex. Better wheels, built strong with proven performance. Rimex. Call 707 88527 or visit rimex.com.au.
Looking into solar? Look into Exceed Solar. Long before Exceed Solar were a company, the owners were climbing on roofs all over South Australia, installing solar panels, inverters and batteries. Exceed Solar have seen it all, because they've done it all, literally. And because they're qualified electricians, not salespeople, they know firsthand what will give you the best possible results for many years to come. That's the big Exceed Solar difference. Exceed Solar, built on knowledge, not a hard sell.
In Adelaide and across South Australia, this is 5AA, always Adelaide.
With more stores close to home and everyday low prices, great food lives at Foodland, the mighty South Aussies.
5AA Afternoons with Stacey Lee.
It's 10 minutes past 3 here on 5AA. Now live on the Foodland Supermarkets Facebook and YouTube live stream. So jump on and say hello, because later on this hour, after 3:30, we're going to be talking about kids' birthday parties and why are they so extravagant these days. Apparently, millennials are spending more money than ever before on their children's birthday parties. And I've got to say, I'm in that generation and I will put my hand up and say we are terrible for it. Not me personally, but I have been to many kids' parties that I just think, this is over the top, with balloons everywhere and personalised cookies with names on them. And I just wonder how much expense is being put into those parties that kids probably aren't going to remember at such a young age. But I want to talk about that with you. So get on the phone, get the phone ready, 8223 0000. I want to hear about the most ridiculous thing you've seen at a birthday party. Best caller this hour gets a Wallace Cinemas family pass. And yes, while we're talking about silly, extravagant purchases, it's also a Thursday, so it's time to save a buck or two.
Helping you save a few dollars.
Who you gonna call?
Costbusters.
And Karen Ely joins me in the studio, certified money coach with Women Talking Finance. Hello, Karen.
Hi, Stacey.
What do you think about kids' birthday parties?
Wow, I can't believe some of that. So my children are a little bit older, so we've kind of moved past that phase. But yeah, that is insane. I very much think to the parents that are spending so much money, you're much better off just getting that money, putting it into a bank account or a share portfolio for your children, and that is the best birthday present in 20 years' time.
Oh yeah, if I got to 18 and my parents said we put, I don't know, a couple $100 into a bank account for you every year in a high interest. Here is, what would that equal? You're the money lady.
Tens of thousands of dollars.
Yeah. Here's some money to help go towards a deposit, a house deposit or something. I think I would prefer that than looking at photos of all of the balloons from my birthday parties in years gone by.
I'm with you.
All right. So today we're talking about how technology can help you save a bit of money. Yes, and maybe make money too.
Yes, that's right. So I thought it might be helpful to share with the listeners some of the different apps that are out there that, one, can either help you save money or two, earn some money. So the first one is that I really like is it's for grocery. So you can do a bit of a grocery check to see what are the costs of things and which particular supermarket is offering the best deal at the moment. So the app is called Frugal. It's spelt F-R-U-G-L, Frugal. And you just type in your suburb or where you live, and then it will go and have a look and do the research around probably about a 10-kilometre radius about the supermarkets there, and you can kind of set up your own list. So I create my shopping list, I do it in the app, and then when I'm ready to go to the supermarket, I'll just open the app and it will show me who's got the best deals for those particular products that I want to buy. So
so does it compare all
it
of the
does,
chains?
yeah, it compares all the chains. Yep.
Does it include the Foodlands?
It's got Drake's and IGA.
Okay. All right. So and then obviously the big ones.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. That's something. Frugal. FRUGL.
Yes. Yep. So you can double up as a shopping list. So I use it as an electronic shopping list, and you can save different ones in there. So if you've got like different shopping patterns and things like that, so it can help manage that as well. And obviously, when some of my favourite products go on sale that I can store, I'll just buy quite a few of them and put them away in the pantry.
I do that. My husband hates it. I'm a buy in bulker. I have a particular type of soy milk that has just gone up in price in the last couple of years. It's ridiculous. It's gone up from about $4 to $5.40 or something.
I think I know
ridiculous.
the one that you're referring to.
Yes. And every now and then it's on sale for $3.90. And whenever it is, I go in and I buy. They come in little packs of 6, but it's the big, it 1 litre carton of it. And I'll go and just fill up a trolley. I'll buy 6 to 24 of them at a time because they've got the expiry dates.
Yeah, you've got a whole year.
And so our pantry is just full of like cartons of soy milk and cartons of Coke Zero when it's on sale because I just stock up.
Yeah, I do the same, completely guilty. And my favourite one is my children love the Lipton's iced tea, the one that's in the big 1 litre or whatever it is. And it's $6. And quite often the supermarkets will have it for $3 or $2.50, and I just buy a whole trolley worth and just store it.
Yep. It's a good
it's worth
idea
it.
when it's on sale. Okay, so that's to help with groceries. There are a few out there to help with petrol as well.
There are some petrol ones. So the one that I have on my phone, but there's a couple of different ones. I use Motormouth. So again, you can put in your suburb. And what it does, it's pretty much, if you look at the app, it's like a heat map. So what that does is it has a look of a map of Adelaide and it will code it in different colours depending on the price per litre. So there's 2 shades of green, which will be the cheapest, and then there'll be an orange colour and then a yellow and a red. And so you're wanting to look at those petrol stations that are either rated the greens or the yellows because they're the cheapest ones. And so when you fill up, if you're filling up a full tank, that can make several dollars difference.
It can. Yes. I use the RAA app as well.
I was going to mention that one.
To do it, yeah.
How does that one work? Because I don't actually have that one.
Same as yours.
Yeah.
It's a map. Well, it's not like a heat map, not the colours, but it just shows you. Look at that, the prices of
it
every.
Looks very similar to the Motormouth one
of every servo nearby. So if you're out on the roads at the moment, looks like you could get it for $1.84.9 if you're in the northern suburbs. Northeastern suburbs up near Athelston is probably the cheapest in Adelaide right now, $1.84.9. A couple of places it's $1.87, but if you're in the eastern suburbs, you're at $2. So yeah, I always check the app. Even if you are running really low on petrol, there can be a huge difference between just one servo that's 5 metres away and one servo that's 25 metres away. There can be a big difference.
Absolutely, yeah. And the thing I like about their Motormap one is that I can put in, so I use diesel, so you can actually elect, or is it diesel, is it unleaded, is it leaded, so you can see quite clearly what, because those prices can be different as well.
Yeah, and they've added this new feature, which I really like, is the trends. It shows you where in the trends. Oh, I should be pointing that to the camera. Oh, you probably can't. I don't know. We're on the Foodland Supermarkets Facebook and YouTube live stream if you want to take a look. It shows you the trends, so it shows you where in the fuel cycle you're at. So right now it looks like we peaked last week and they're starting to come down and we're on the down spiral. So if you can wait a week or so, it looks like there's still a little bit more to go.
Yeah, it is worth looking at those, and most of the fuel apps do have those charts as well, so you can see where they're going up and down, and if you can kind of get past that peak and when it's going down, that's the best time to buy it if you can hold out.
Yeah. It's 18 minutes past 3 here on 5AA. A few more tips on how to save your money coming after this.
Pathology is an essential part of our healthcare system, and 70% of all our medical decisions rely on pathology tests. They help GPs and other healthcare professionals diagnose illnesses, diseases and infections. And we all benefit from pathology being bulk billed. But government funding hasn't increased in 24 years. So to keep pathology affordable and accessible for all Australians, visit keeppathologybulkbilled.com.au. Authorised by LWET, Australian Pathology, Canberra.
Easy, settle down. Who are you?
Jack the Crack? Ooh, nice straight walls you've got there.
What are you doing?
Messing up your house, compromising its integrity.
Why?
See that little crack there in the corner? That's all I needed.
But...
Step aside, please.
Don't let cracks ruin your home. Adelaide Screw Piling will underpin your foundation, saving you thousands. Fully licensed, servicing all suburbs. Go to adelaidescrewpiling.com.au.
At SEW Euro Drive, we're a global leader, bringing decades of expertise in designing, developing and manufacturing cutting-edge drive technology to help keep industry constantly moving. SEW Euro Drive is also synonymous with superior quality, ensuring reliable and durable drive technology solutions. Engineered, manufactured and locally assembled, our offerings are built to last. SEW Euro Drive. Driving Australian industry since 1982.
There are electrical safety recalls on solar home batteries, branded LG, LG Chem and inside some Solax products. Affected batteries may overheat and catch fire, resulting in injury, death or damage to property. Incidents have occurred and caused damage to property. Even if you have checked before, please check again by visiting lghomebattery.com.au or by calling 1300 677 273. That's 1300 677 273.
Hey, you in the car. If your next service is due, just remember that Mawson Lakes Mazda has your back. We'll take care of you with next day servicing, complimentary loan car, vacuum and wash, and your breakfast or lunch is on us. Your car gets the love too, with our state-of-the-art service centre brimming with top-trained mechanics. At Mawson Lakes Mazda, we'll look after your car and look after you. Mawson Lakes Mazda, just a short drive from the city.
Just Quality are your SA family-owned and operated home improvements experts in everything from artificial turf, outdoor blinds, roller shutters, plantation shutters, garage doors, roof restorations and re-roofing. All backed with our market-leading warranties, quality service and finance. So, when you want quality at an affordable price, book your free assessment now and call Just Quality.
Just dial 1300 813 813.
With more stores close to home and everyday low prices, great food lives at Foodland, the mighty South Aussies.
5AA Afternoons with Stacey Lee.
21 minutes past 3 here on 5AA. I'm Stacey Lee with you for afternoons. And joining me in the studio today is Karen Earley from Women Talking Finance. She's a certified money coach, and today she's got some tips for you on how to save some money. And in a moment, Karen, I want to ask you about making some money. An easy way to make some money. We all need that.
Absolutely.
But before you tell us about that, there's been a bit of a development from the Transport Department about a way you can maybe, it's not necessarily saving money, but it's saving a little bit of your headspace, maybe taking a little bit of a weight off your shoulders when it comes to car registration. And Tessa Forresto is the Acting Director of Service SA and joins you now. Good afternoon, Tessa. Thanks for your time.
Me.
So you've got a bit of a change coming to the way car registration can be paid in South Australia.
Yeah, well, it's an existing feature we have, but this week we launched a campaign which is encouraging more people to sign up to direct debit. So we really want to make it as easy as possible for people to register their vehicle and stay on top of their payments and avoid a fine.
Okay, so this is kind of a direct debit. It comes straight out of your account as opposed to you having to remember and go onto a website or into an office to pay it.
Yeah, absolutely. So you can either set it up monthly, quarterly or annually, and we do send a reminder before the debit takes place to ensure that you do have sufficient funds, and it's done a month in advance, so that also enables you to have additional time to make sure that the payment is made.
Helps with budgeting as well. So you'll send a text or an email a month before the payment's due to say your payment's due in a few weeks' time?
We send it just before we attempt to take the payment out of the account to make sure that there's sufficient funds available. And if for some reason that does fail, it still enables people to have a month to make sure that the payment is corrected and that they're not driving unregistered.
Do you know what I miss, Tessa?
Yes, what's that?
I miss the Rego stickers.
Yes.
That used to tell me if my Rego was out or if it was running low or if the month was coming. Will they ever come back?
I think that this campaign obviously is also aimed at taking that process away of having to think about it, because it is automatically set up to come out of your account with just a notification. And if you are somebody sort of who that doesn't suit, we do have the other methods, which is the paper registration renewals, email or SMS.
Thanks for your time, Tessa. Appreciate it.
No worries. Thanks for having me.
See you. That's Tessa Forresto, the Acting Director of Service SA. Karen Ely from Women Talking Finance. I guess that would help a lot of people with budgeting, not having to make that one big payment once a year if you know it's going to come out every month or every quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a really good move to be able to do that, because car registration is one of those lumpy annual expenses. So if it can be smoothed out over the course of 12 months, that just helps with cash flow. And I'm a big fan of automation. So the more things that we can automate and have automatically happen, saving us time, it's really helpful.
Time is very valuable.
It certainly is.
Now, something else that's valuable. Well,
yeah,
kind of. I was going to say, you've got a little tip. You've got a little app that can make us money. Tell me, how can I do this?
Yes. So this one is called Cash Rewards, and there's a couple of other different ones out there. And it's essentially you sign up to Cash Rewards or one of the other loyalty programs, and you just do your normal shopping, but you do it through their app or their website. And so things like when I buy my pet food, or if I want to buy a pair of sneakers or something like that, there's hundreds or actually thousands of different retailers. And so rather than just buying it online through the retailer's website, you buy it through the Cash Rewards and you get a percentage of the cost of what you've spent. So
as cash?
Yes, as cash. And so it just banks up in this little account for you, and then you can just click pay me, and I just have it paid into my PayPal account, where you can get it put into your bank account. So I'm not spending any more money, as long as you've got the willpower to not kind of see the specials and go, oh, I'll just buy that for the sake of buying it. But if it's your normal spending habits and there's something that you want to buy, doing it through this app will actually give you a cashback. Those cashbacks can be anything between 2% of what you've purchased to up to 12%. Sometimes I've seen 15% cashback. So it all adds up. Even holidays and flights and things like that. So many different retailers on there. So I find that every couple of months I'll log in there and there'll be $50 or $60 sitting there ready for me to cash out.
Okay, that's quite interesting. And so you still pay the same price. So
absolutely,
it's not like paying through the app. You pay more for your pet food.
Yep. Correct. And quite often they have their specials run through there as well. So if there's like 5 or 10% off, they tend to only be on offer for maybe 3 or 4 days. So I just monitor my emails, and when there's something that I need to buy, I'll just go and buy it through the app get some cash back.
There you go. Cash Rewards was it called?
Yes.
I'm writing that down. That is something I will have to look into.
And there's another one called Super Rewards. So you can do the same thing, but instead of getting a cashback, the money gets paid into your superannuation account.
Oh, that's a great idea. If you don't need it right now.
That's right. Yeah, and you just want to help build
save
up
it
your
for
super
later.
fund. Yeah.
8223 0000 is the number to call if you've got a question or maybe a tip. Maybe you've got some technology that helps you save some money. Let us know. 8223 0000. And Maria in Forest Range is on the phone. Hi, Maria.
Hi, Stacey. I'd like to know why Service SA doesn't send out renewal notices for people that actually specify that they want a hard copy, Stacey. Last year I didn't get one because we had bought a new vehicle, and I just, thought that they would send one out. I got an $800 fine for the first time in my life driving an unregistered car. And this year, I've been monitoring. It's over the month now, close to registration, and I haven't received my renewal notice this year either.
Have you checked your emails, Maria? I think they send them out as an SMS or an email.
No, I don't do any of that new modern way. I do it the old-fashioned way, Stacey.
Yeah,
I'm old school. I like people to have a job, but there's plenty of people in Service SA, and you sit there for 2 hours, you know, trying to get served, just asking a question, where's my renewal notice? I think they need a great big shake-up, but not a shake-up with direct debit, a shake-up how it used to be, you know, with efficiencies, with the renewal notices to be sent out correctly, and pull their finger out a little bit because they are so slow. Oh, you know,
It's very frustrating, Maria. Yeah, it might be worth giving Service SA a call to see if you can get that car reg Joe sent out to you, or to ask them when it's due and how you can pay it, because, yeah, that's unfortunate. Thank you for the call, though. 8223 0000 is the number to call. I guess if you want to go into Service SA as well, that's a way of doing it, but it's not a way I would want to spend my day.
No, definitely not. When we're talking about time is precious.
Absolutely. Oh, Karen, thank you so much for your time today. Thanks for coming in.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
That's Karen Ely, certified money coach with Women Talking Finance. It's time for your 3:30 news headlines now, and after that, we're talking about why millennials are spending so much money on their kids' birthday parties. Some of the stuff I have seen is crazy, and I want to hear from you. 8223 0000. What is the most extravagant thing you've seen at a birthday party? Best caller gets a family pass to Wallace Cinemas.
This is 5AA News, always Adelaide.
Good afternoon, Mel Usher with the latest news headlines. Major movement in Parliament this afternoon. Leon Bignell has temporarily quit the ALP and become Speaker. SAPOL has released the results from Operation Gather carried out on our roads during the footy festival. Another TV reboot, this time a 90s series from Aaron Spelling. And in sport, the Reds have trained today ahead of tomorrow night's game against Macarthur FC. The 5AA forecast, partly cloudy this afternoon, partly cloudy tomorrow, 21. Right now, it's 20. We'll have more news at 4 and as it happens on 5AA.
Always local, 5AA, always Adelaide.
Get the garden you want at Garden Grove. Wander through Garden Grove's beautiful nursery, blooming with thousands and thousands of plants, greenery and all the colours of the rainbow. There are plants for inside and plants for out. For the garden you want, see Garden Grove. Golden Grove Road, Golden Grove.
Garden Grove, that's the garden. Garden Grove, that's the garden. Garden Grove, the garden that I want.
Phone 8251 1111 for delivery to all areas.
Need a forklift? Don't just get a forklift, get a Toyota forklift. Toyota is the world's #1 forklift brand with a great range of pallet jacks, walkie stackers and reach forklifts right up to their leading Toyota counterbalance forklifts. Legendary reliability and safety with cleaner, greener electric options. Toyota can tailor the right forklift solution for you. It's all part of the Toyota Forklift Advantage. For more, visit toyotamaterialhandling.com.au.
Get a Toyota forklift.
It's no surprise that Alfred James Funeral Homes is there for families in their time of need. They've been doing so for over 100 years. What may be surprising is the lengths they'll go to help you pay tribute to the life journey of your loved one. A song choice that's unconventional. A eulogy that's both heartwarming and hilarious. Oh, and launching their ashes into orbit on a SpaceX rocket. Pre-plan yours with us now. Alfred James Funeral Homes, honouring lives in extraordinary ways.
Since I got these new shoes from Gilmore's, I can do even more dance moves. Here, hold my phone.
Oh, Grandma, do we have to do this here?
Oh, don't be silly. The light is great. I've got more than 80 followers, you know. You're out with an influencer.
My grandma, the influencer. Just wow.
Well, you can thank Gilmore's for that. My followers love seeing the new shoes I've bought.
I know. I've read some of the comments. Actually pretty good.
I told you I'm trending.
Ugh. Gilmore's Comfort Shoes, South Road, Melrose Park, opposite Castle Plaza.
Now at Harvey Norman, big savings on vacuums and more, plus 10% back in gift cards. Save $100 on Bissell Crosswave Hydro Steam, now $496, plus 10% back in gift cards. Save $175 on LG A9 multi-stick pack, now $599 plus 10% back in gift cards. Save a huge $350 on Dyson V12 stick pack, now $999 plus 10% back in gift cards. Hurry, limited time, now at Harvey Norman.
Who can fix the shower?
Service today.
Who can fix the power?
Service today.
Yes, we can, is what we say.
Service today.
From emergency plumbing to electrical and heating and cooling, no matter what size job you need, at Service Today, the answer will always be yes, we can. It's Service Today guaranteed, or it's free. Can you fix the shower? Yes, we can. Can you fix the power? Yes, we can. Yes, we can, is what we say. Service Today. Look out for our bright yellow trucks.
With more stores close to home and everyday low prices, great food lives at Foodland, the mighty South Aussies.
5AA Afternoons with Stacey Lee.
It's 27 minutes to 4 here on 5AA, and this afternoon we are talking about kids' birthday parties and why millennials are spending so much money on their young children's birthday parties. I don't know about you, but I have been to quite a few for nieces and nephews and just friends' kids, and I cannot believe the amount of money that some people are spending on whole balloon archways and specially made cakes and cookies with people's names on it, and, you know, Sarah's first birthday. If you jump on the Foodland Supermarkets Facebook and YouTube live stream, you can see some of them now. Look at those cupcakes that are specially designed. Sometimes some children are doing painting, special painting parties, but it's not like the painting parties I used to go to where you just go somewhere and paint a, what is it, like a porcelain statue of something. They're like proper easels and painting. What are they called? Canvas easels and canvas on there. So crazy at the moment, and I just wonder why people are choosing to spend that much money on a birthday party. Oh my goodness. This vision on the Foodland Supermarkets Facebook and YouTube live stream is crazy. Go and check it out, and I'd love to get your thoughts. 8223 0000. What's the most outrageous thing you've seen at a birthday party? What's the thing you look at and you just think, no, your 2-year-old is not going to remember having specially designed cocktails or something like that? I'd love to get your thoughts. 8223 0000 is the number to call. We were also talking before the break about Service SA and the fact that then there is now an option to have your car registration as a direct debit, not just once a year, but you can choose to do it quarterly or monthly as well, which might also help with budgeting at home. Bruce in Seaford has given us a call, wants to talk about Service SA. Hi, Bruce.
Yeah, hi, Stacey. How you going?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, good. Hey, listen, I was just sympathising with your previous caller there about getting an $800 fine for not having a registered vehicle. And I've fallen foul to that myself, I have to say, but I find it incredible that they can charge that much for a fine without even giving you any opportunity to pay it outside of the time that it's expired. If you look at any other service provider, whether it's your power bill or your water bill, your gas bill, you get regular reminders. You get, and eventually you get the red letter giving you the hurry up that you need to pay it. But I can't believe that Service SA can just come out and hit you with an $800 bill or fine without you having an opportunity to settle it. Maybe a time of grace. Maybe if you pay it within a couple of weeks or something, then you can maybe write off the fine. Most people who don't pay their rego, I would say, would be a genuine mistake rather than deliberate. So just my thoughts on that.
Yeah, I would think so as well, Bruce. Thank you for the call. Appreciate it. 8223 0000 is the number to call. You can talk about Service SA if you want, but now we are talking about how much money millennials are spending on their children's birthdays. And I thought, well, let's break it down with Mark McCrindle. He's the founder of McCrindle Research. And Mark, you do lots of looking at the different generations and why different generations do things quite differently. Thanks for your time this afternoon.
I could be with you, Stacey.
Have you noticed this trend of really big birthday parties for kids that, to me, I just think, a 1-year-old, a 2-year-old, 3-year-old, probably not going to remember any of it anyway.
Well, definitely it's a generation of parents that are investing. I mean, it even starts before birth with sometimes gender reveal parties.
Oh.
Certainly baby showers remain pretty strong.
Don't get me started on the gender reveals, Mark.
No, they often go awry, don't they?
Yeah.
But it I think highlights the bigger point that it's certainly a generation investing in the milestones of their children. I mean, even when it comes to getting things ready for the baby to come, hand-me-downs will not do. Getting the second-hand stroller is not the thing. Everything has to be new, and in some ways it makes sense because they are having fewer children. They're starting their families later, gives them that little bit more time and even a little bit more money to save for that. But certainly with birthday celebrations, they tend to be investing big.
That's a good point, actually, because we were talking the other day about this generation that's sandwiched between caring for their young kids and also caring for aging parents once they get to a certain age. And largely it's due to people waiting longer to have kids. And I guess that plays into this as well. If you wait longer, you often are a little bit more progressed in your career and you have a little bit more money behind you until when you have kids. That's certainly, the thinking that my husband and I have. I'm 33 and we don't have kids yet, and we sort of thought, oh yeah, we'll probably wait. But then you probably maybe do have a little bit of extra money to spend on the kids than my parents would have when they were in their early 20s, say.
Well, that's exactly right. And again, because those fertility rates are so low, that is, they're smaller families, people are able to invest a bit more of that time and a bit more of that money in each child. And so in that sense, the parenting years pass quickly because maybe there's two kids and there's a couple of years in between each, and that toddler life stage is done, and then you're into the tween years, and away they go. The other thing is when it comes to covering the costs, it's the parents of the parents, so the child's grandparents that are largely in their 60s and early 70s, and they have a bit more money and a bit more time to invest in the grandkids. So sometimes the tab for the party is being picked up or at least in some ways shared by the grandparents as well. So, yeah, it's not just from the parent budget alone.
And do you think the number of kids that people are having has an impact as well? I mean, it's unheard of to hear someone having lots of kids. My dad's one of 9, for example, and I don't think you'd find many people these days having 9 children.
Well, exactly. We're down to 1.5 babies per woman is the fertility rate it's called. So, that gives an idea that between 1 and 2 is norm. 3 is now a big family, and even 2 is definitely in the standard category these days. And also, we're talking about busy parents, working parents. So, yes, cost of living is high, but it's 2 incomes, not 1 anymore, and that's different to what their own parents had. And also, there's a lot more support. So there's a lot of party venues that can be hired out. There's party planners that are involved, and there's obviously a lot of party shops where a lot of the decorations can be bought ready-made. So we're just in a society where there's more services that are geared up to assisting with these parties, and it's a little bit of an economy in its own right.
Yeah, I did notice there are specific party planners around the place that plan kids' birthday parties, like 1-year-old birthday parties. It was astounding to me that people would spend thousands of dollars on a birthday party that your child is not remembering its first birthday party.
No, but it's all for the gram, Stacey. It's got to go on social media, of course, and the reels will do the rounds and be well utilised and show what an involved and creative parent we are. But yes, I think social media has a big impact on it as well.
Yeah, that's a great point. What a wonderful example to be setting. We're doing all of this for a photo for social media, but you know what? I don't want you to get too caught up in social media as you're growing up.
No, that's right. It's you don't go on screens, but as for me, it's different. Well, I think that, the positive side of this is that it is parents that are being very intentional with these milestones. There aren't as many of these life markers that we have anymore. A lot of the parents may not even be married. Debutantes balls or even 21st aren't quite what they once were. And so it is a society that's looking to mark the passage of time to have these celebrations. Obviously, the parents are at the life stage, perhaps in their 30s and 40s, where they've got a lot of their friends at the same age. And it's a great reason to get people together and to have that social connection. And it's multi-generational. The grandparents are coming along as well. And so if it's aiding our social interaction, if it's building those connections and indeed helping the children get to know peers their own age or maybe those, everyone's got some not real aunties and uncles, but friends that are uncles and uncles. That's I think, a positive thing as well, to build that social network for them. And often that doesn't happen without these parties, events and celebrations.
Oh, well, that's a positive way of looking at it, Mark. Thank you for ending on a positive note.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks, Stacey. Great to chat.
Thank you. That's Mark McCrindle, the founder of McCrindle Research. 8223 0000 is the number. Give me a call. Let me know what's the most extravagant thing you've seen at a birthday party. Someone here on the text line, Karen, says, kids' birthday parties today are ridiculous in my opinion. People hire magicians and it's not just one birthday cake like we used to have, but there are cookies being made with the birthday person's name and date of birth. Also, lots of balloons. We're meant to be in a cost of living crisis, aren't we? Karen says some parties would be costing a bloody fortune. I agree with you, Karen. I think they would be costing a lot of money, thousands and thousands of dollars in some cases. And look, I don't want to be the party pooper here. I love celebrating. I think we all need to celebrate the milestones, but does your 1-year-old really need a huge balloon archway as people are walking in? I don't know. To me, it's a bit over the top. But it's not about what I think. It's about what you think. 8223 0000 is the number to call. I still have a Wallace Cinemas family pass to give away to the best caller today. So I want to know from you, what's the most extravagant thing you've seen at a birthday party? I'll take some of your calls after this.
Get a coach's perspective each week on the 5AA Sports Show when Rowie and Timmy G chat with Scott Camporeale for Coach's Corner. Thanks to Unique Homestyle Foods, proudly baking for hundreds of South Australian businesses for 35 years. See the difference.
At Coles, there's great value, hands down, on chips. Like Thins potato chips, 150 to 175 gram packs, now half price at just $2.50 each. Just $2.50. That's great value, hands down, at Coles. Offer ends Tuesday.
IKEA's new lower prices on hundreds of products means you can make more life happen for less. That's more comfy sleep-ins for less, more chairs around the dinner table, more legroom on your side of the sofa, and more wardrobe winning for less. More of all the things you love, lowered to a price you'll love even more. Make it happen for less at ikea.com.au.
Here at 5AA, we're all about supporting local. To keep essential pathology affordable and accessible for all Australians, visit keeppathologyBulkBuild.com.au.
If you're packing up your family to travel across the land will treat you different in a Dave Benson caravan. There's never any roadworks when you're driving Aussie made, and you'll always find a park that's nestled safely in the shade. The magpies will stop swooping, the kangaroos give way. You won't see a single mosquito at the end of each perfect day. And if the coppers pull you over, they won't wreck your plans when you tell them you bought Aussie made from Dave Benson Caravans.
Can you imagine being free again?
You're free again.
A songbird in a crystal sky.
A dolphin in the Caribbean.
A puppy exploring a big backyard.
You escaped the handcuffs of the rubbish that held you captive.
You escaped because you called 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
We make junk disappear.
All you have to do is point.
Our clean and shiny trucks take away your distractions.
And leave your home sparkling with joy.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Or visit 1-800-GOTJUNK.com.au.
Large soy caramel mocha frappuccino with extra caramel.
Cut through the blah to hear more of what you want with Specsavers Advanced Hearing Technology. Book an appointment with our audiology professionals for high-definition sound at low Specsavers prices. Always follow the directions for use.
At SEW Eurodrive, we're a global leader, bringing decades of expertise in designing, developing and manufacturing cutting-edge drive technology to help keep industry constantly moving. We also believe your investment must be supported beyond the initial purchase. This is why our extensive service offering includes our 24-hour emergency breakdown hotline to help get you up and running in times of crisis. SEW Eurodrive. Driving Australian industry since 1982.
Macular degeneration is Australia's leading cause of blindness. If you're over 50, have an eye test and macular check. Early detection is vital. You can have the very early signs without even knowing. Information, guidance and support is only a phone call away. Call the Macular Disease Foundation on 1800 111 709 for a free macular degeneration information kit.
With more stores close to home and everyday low prices, great food lives at Foodland, the mighty South Aussies.
5AA Afternoons with Stacey Lee.
Thursday, the 11th of April, I still have a Wallace Cinemas family pass to give away today, and the best caller will get it. I want to know from you, do you think millennials are spending too much money on their children's birthday parties? We just had a discussion with Mark McCrindle from McCrindle Research about how many thousands of dollars some people are spending on their 1, 2, 3-year-olds' birthday parties. Or maybe you're in that camp and you think, no, I have earned that money. I will spend it however I want, and if I want to celebrate my children, that is how I'm going to spend it. 8223 0000. Try and tell me I'm wrong. Tell me that balloon archway that you spent $1,500 on was worth it. Try and convince me. I'd love to hear from you. 8223 0000 is the number to call. You could also let me know what's the most extravagant thing you've seen at a birthday party. For me, it would have to be those little cookies, you know, the personalised cookies. I don't even know how much they are. They probably don't cost that much money. But having personalised cookies at a 2-year-old's birthday party to me is just way over the top, personally. That's just me, though. 8223 0000. We were also talking about Service SA earlier today, and Sean from Ascot Park's on the phone. Hi, Sean.
Hello.
You wanted to talk about Service SA?
Yeah, I think it was Maria who commented that she got an $800 fine.
Yeah.
And I was just curious about how she got notified of that because, you know, if it was an email, then I guess that method of notification's working because she received it. Oh. And if it, you know, if it was by a letter, then why can't they send out a letter to notify us about renewals that are coming up?
That's an excellent thought, Sean, because she said, she didn't get a letter in the mail to notify her that her registration had expired, but she got an $800 fine for not paying it on time. So how did they let her know that she had an $800 fine?
Exactly.
That is a great question. Well, Maria, if you're still listening, give us a call, 8223 0000. I think she was from Forest Range. Get on the phone. We've got a couple more questions for you.
Thanks a lot.
Love it. Thanks, Sean. That's Sean
Bye-bye.
in Ascot Park. Yeah, we had a few calls about Service SA today, so we might see if we can get them back on the program because it seems lots of people have a few questions for them. Always happy to help put you in touch. Always happy to help you deal with any issues that you have. Don't be afraid to get on the phone. That's what we're here for. You're our eyes and ears on the ground to let us know what's happening. 8223 0000. Andrew in Mount Barker's on the phone. Hi, Andrew.
Hello, Stacey. How are you?
Good. You ringing to talk about birthday parties?
Yeah, so I've got 2 daughters at home. They are 6 and 4. And we do regular birthday parties every year. But we've kind of cutting the cost down. Last year we did birthday parties at the park, and the local park at Nimbu Park, quite good weather because it's September, October. And we did barbecues, we did play in the playground, things like that. So we had to find ways to be more cost efficient.
Yeah, that's a great idea. So you don't do the big balloon archways or anything like that?
No, maybe the first birthday you may have. The second child was born in October. We did a Halloween birthday party for her first birthday party. That was like everyone just got spooky and things like that, you know. But we've always been at a family's house, or one time we did at the community centre. We had the South Adelaide mascot show up because my daughter loves Kingston. So we arranged with him to show up and walk across the oval, and she got all excited seeing him. And you know, it's all cost-efficient things that we've done. So,
yes, yeah. Anything to help at the moment. Well, how about I send you to the movies, Andrew? Stay on the phone. We'll get your details. I'll give you a Wallace Cinemas family pass.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for the call. So make sure you catch a movie this week. Mitcham, Mount Barker or Noarlunga. Congratulations, you've won the family pass. That's Andrew in Mount Barker. 8223 0000 is the number to call. What's the most extravagant thing you've seen at a birthday party? You can send me a text as well, 0448 08 1395. I think Maria got back in touch on the text line. She said her fine came from SAPOL. So there you go. Came from SAPOL, not from Service SA. That's clearly how they got in touch. And Kay says, keep a diary. That's a good idea. Write down when your next rego is due, either 3 months or 12 months to the day. Yeah, that's a good idea. I often will put things in I've got a digital calendar, so it kind of moves with me because I always used to forget to buy a new calendar every year, and then you've got to go back through your old calendar and write things down. So I've moved on to the digital calendar, but I know some people still like the hard copy. I think my mum still uses a hard calendar in her life, but yeah, calendar saves my life every day. I would not know what I'm doing if it wasn't for my diary, that's for sure. 8223 0000 is the number to call. One of the most organised men in the building's just walked in. Stephen Rowe, you would use a calendar. Do you use a hard copy calendar or a digital one?
I am that old school. So I have a bit of A4 paper that's now April, handwritten 1 to 30.
You write it yourself?
And it's a little square, and if I have a date with you somewhere or lunch or do something, I write it in that little square and that's it.
And do you take that piece of paper with you everywhere?
No, it just sits on my desk.
So then what?
And if somebody wants me here, if they don't write it on there, but they send me an email or an Outlook invite.
Oh, I don't like those.
Nah, it never happens.
An Outlook invite is not doing the job for me.
No.
So, but what happens if you're at home and you get a call from a mate, hey, you're free to catch up for a beer this Saturday night, and your calendar's here in the office?
Oh, no, that's just work.
Oh, that's just work stuff.
Fishing, friends, family, you just remember that. So dear friends, if they ask me, oh, right, we're at the pub.
Yeah.
Or I'm going fishing.
Yeah.
Or Jody said we're going out to watch, I don't know, Dunes 2 and we're going to Sunny's. I remember all that.
Yeah, okay.
I don't need to write that down.
That's good. You're better than me.
But work stuff, if I don't write it down, it doesn't happen.
Doesn't get done.
Does not happen.
Well, that's why nothing gets done.
It's probably
That
true.
explains a lot, actually.
It does. Crows team drops today just before 6. There's talk of a couple of changes. We know Parnell's out injured, Hamill's in. No one in their right mind, I think, would tip the Crows versus Carlton under the roof at Marvel. So I'm about the how, not the why, and I'm more concerned about not whether we win or lose, the old-fashioned, how do we play the game? Yeah. We're Norton 4. We've got to get that back. If we talk about Port, wow, Freo, 2 ins, Ollie Wines and Sam Powell Pepper, 2 of your best balls. We know Finlayson's out, suspended, Boak's injured. I think, and I'm going to say it to Timmy after 4, your best team on paper for the year. Port are flying.
They are, aren't they?
And it makes me a bit envious.
Well,
It's not a good trait to have envy, is it?
I think it's honest. I think everyone experiences it.
Well, I went on a holiday to Tahiti with my wife, and the Tahitians do not have envy in their makeup.
Oh.
Or greed. The 2 things that I think wreck us is envy and greed, and I'm envious of them having that not in their makeup. They couldn't care how much money you had, what you're doing.
Nah.
If the sun's up, the kids are healthy, they can fish, swim. Oh, God, I was envious of them.
I want that.
I
You know what? We could have that.
Envy and greed.
Envy and greed.
Imagine taking that out of our lives.
What about empathy? Because I'm feeling sad. I'm feeling sad for you and other Crows supporters. As much as I don't want to see you do too well, I do want to see you win
That's not from the heart. That's a pat on the head. You have no empathy for me. 0.0, Stacey.
I tried. I couldn't
know
even pretend.
I know
I
you
tried.
well enough to know that was a pat on the head. You're as bad as Timmy Geneva, and I'll see you after 4. And I didn't think you had that in your makeup. Hooroo.
See you after 4. Rowie and Timmy G with the sports show. Time for me to get out of here. Thanks for your company this afternoon. Your texts and calls. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
G'day, it's Will here. Downloading the 5AA Player app could not be easier. In fact, I'm going to do it right now. Unlock your phone, go to the store where you download apps. For me, it's an iPhone, so I click on the App Store. Simply type in 5AA